Welcome back to the vlog. We got another social distance board game idea for you today. I'm gonna share. This one is one of my favorite games to play because it teaches so many skills, so check this out. All right, today we're talking about the classic board game Chutes and Ladders and how to play that social distantly in the classroom. Now we're gonna kind of revert this back to the way we talked about Candyland. Just making sure that every child has their own spinner or die, and every child has their own playing piece. So if you haven't watched that video, you can watch it here. But just as a reminder, the playing pieces were just this. It was taking a child's picture and putting it inside binder clips. Each child has their own. And then that is their piece that they get to move around the board. So again, you're gonna spread your students out. And you can sit away from each other, have a mask on, they're spread out, there's one board in the middle of the table, they're only touching their own playing piece, and in Chutes and Ladders, there's a shared spinner. Well, if you go to Dollar Tree, you can get a 4-pack of spinners for $1, and these are numbers 1 through 8, but you can easily adapt these by putting little stickers over these and writing on them. So you could change this to whatever numbers you wanted. You could have sight word spinners, you could have letter spinners, anything really that they need. So you can use spinners. They could each have their own spinner, and then they're not touching anything, each other. They're not sharing a thing other than the board itself. So they're touching their own playing piece, they're spinning their own spinner to play Chutes and Ladders in the classic way. But then we want to make this a learning experience as well, besides spinning and counting, which is great, right? But we want to add some more to this. So the question comes up is, well, what if we don't want them sitting that close together? And what if we want them all to have their own board? Well, I created this pack for you to be able to do that. I also made this pack so that you could print these off and every child could have their own board at home, and you could play this in small groups in a Zoom breakout room or a Google Meets classroom, whatever it is. So take a look at the product here, and this is the way we're gonna play this so everybody has their own board. You can even edit this. It's an editable document for all of you. Let me show you right now. All right, so here's what the document would look like when you open it in Adobe. Here's the cover page of it. Here are the directions of how to prep this out for your classroom. So like I mentioned, every child will need their own spinner or die. Remember, you don't have to use a spinner. They could roll a die to move their number of spaces. Each child can have their own playing piece. There are 3 different options of boards in this pack. So one that is completed with you with the ladders and arrows already, and you'll see as we go through this. Here is the directions of how to edit it. Here is the completed board with ladders and arrows already for the up and down playing. So each child could have their own completed board to play. Here is one that you could laminate or put in sheet protectors and they could draw their own ladders and arrows. And then here is the one that is editable. So each of those 100 boxes are places where you can type anything in. So you could do sight words or numbers or anything that you want your students practicing. Letters. You could even do addition and subtraction problems for your kids to practice. So they could practice skills that are specific to them. Now, if that's going to take you a while to make those for all of your students, so you could just make them, a skill with a bunch of different things for each of your kids to practice, because there's a lot of boxes to land on. But there you go. That's the product itself. It is linked below. It's $3 on my Teachers Pay Teachers store, editable for you and easy to play with your kiddos. So there you go. Using that document, every child can have their own individual Chutes and Ladders board, or I called it climb and slide board. You can make that so they all have their own that's the same. You can make that and you laminate them or put them in sheet protectors so they can draw their own ladders and arrows on there and they can make their board customized for themselves. Or you can use that edited one, the editable one that I showed you, where you can type in sight words or letters or numbers or anything specific skills that child is working on. So now instead of spinning the spinner and moving to a number, they spin their own spinner, they move their own playing piece that number of spaces, and they have to read the word that is on that space. So it's just a practice or a letter or a number, whatever, practice of skills that each child needs with this document. Now, if you don't want the document, fine, I'm gonna link it below for you. It's $3, you can check it out. If you don't want it, just get out your regular Chutes and Ladders board, give everybody their own piece, give them all their own spinner that you can get at Dollar Tree for $1, and then just let them play spread out with masks on in the classroom. But there's an idea for you to play this game in a social distance setting. Hope you enjoy it. As always, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. We've got some more social distance game ideas coming out very soon. And I'd appreciate your support with that pack. If you want to check it out in the link below, it's $3 on Teachers Pay Teachers. Let other teachers know and just have fun. Keep play alive. Remember, teach, play, learn. Do it with your kids every single day. See ya.